Good evening, people. It's Chris Angel coming at you for another episode of Marketing for the Rest of Us. So we're talking about a tribe. A tribe knows their own. If you saw today's post, you will know that one of the things I confessed to, I confess that I don't like everybody. I don't like all people. Now, that doesn't mean I can't have, divine love for people and all of that. But what I know is that there are some people that I just don't get along with. I just don't appreciate the things they appreciate. I don't see the world the way they see the world, and I just don't enjoy their company. It drains my energy. Now, on the flip side of that, right, there are people who they just fill my tank. Like when I'm around them, the depth of conversation we have, the way they see the world, their heart-centered mind, their heart-centered way of living for humans and animals, I love who they are as a person, and that fills me with energy, right? And so it's interesting, right? Because for years, I it just felt wrong to not like people, right? To say like, oh, I don't like people felt wrong because, we're sort of taught, I think culturally, like, we need to love everyone, which I get that. That's great. And so because of that, it felt wrong or off to like not like people. And so keep going down the rabbit hole here with me. And so I would spend time with all sorts of people. And I didn't realize that the asset, the life-giving place to spend my energies would have been with my tribe, right? Would have been with the people that actually gave me energy, rather than trying to be politically correct and do all the things for all the people and spread myself thin. This is really important because it's going to hit marketing here in a second, right? Well, let's just hit it now. When you're trying to be all things to all people in marketing, you don't, first of all, you end up trying to be politically correct about it all. So you can't ever really say what you want to say because you have to filter in order for it to be appealing or pleasing to all the different people. Versus, if you could just say what you wanted to say as if you were talking to your best friend, it would come out much differently, right? So there's power in getting really clear about, you have to get clear about who you are. You are often from your own tribe. You are your own tribe. That's why your tribe connects with you. Like the reason I like people who have deep conversations about life and what they're learning in spiritual matters is because that's how I'm wired, right? So first you have to dive into who you are. You have to revisit your convictions, your values, the things that matter to you. And then, and you can't, listen, the thing about marketing is you can't find your tribe. You can't really find them. Even as great as Facebook's ad platform is and all the segmentation they have of humans, even there it's hard to find your tribe, right? So what's important now is that you actually just get clear about what you value, what matters to you. And then begin to put that on loudspeaker for the world. Because here's what happens. When you start to speak to the world what you value without filtering, without trying to be politically correct about it all, but when you say to the world what matters to you, what happens is your tribe finds you. How? Because a tribe knows their own. A tribe knows their own. So when you speak of the things that you think might be too politically sensitive, or you speak to the things that you feel like might be too soft, or you speak to things that might be too vulnerable, or whatever, you fill in the blank of where you filter yourself. But when you start to actually give yourself permission to say the things you really want to say in the way you want to say them, your tribe begins to find you. Why? Because a tribe knows their own. And so the way it works in marketing is that as you broadcast your message, it's like a beacon, right? Think of a lighthouse, a beacon. There's this light that goes out into the world, and your tribe their vision is set to see it. I mean, actually, we could take this into brain science or whatever. This is your reticular activator, is that part of your brain in the back that notices the things that are important and it rejects the things that aren't. So when their reticular activator sees a post, for example, on Facebook that is talking about something that they value, their reticular activator goes, hey, this is important. This person is saying something important because we think this way also. So the whole trick to this marketing thing is for you to be true to yourself. And in that space, then go out to the world with what it is you want to say and be consistent. Because if you're not consistent, see what can happen is you can go out to the marketplace, say what you want to say, feel like you're not getting any results, and then stop, right? So the minute you turn the light out in the lighthouse, people can't find you, right? Don't turn the light out in the lighthouse. Keep shining the light from the lighthouse. That's how people find you, right? Now, in fact, it's such a great metaphor because if you think about how many people are floating out in the sea with their boats, right? At any given time to see your lighthouse, it's, boats come by every so often. They're not always there. They float by, they sail by from time to time. And so it's important for your light to be shining from the lighthouse in order for that when a boat floats by, they can see that light. Now, there are ways to amp up the amount of boats that see your light, right? You can use advertising. Facebook ads are a great way to do this. That actually puts more boats in front of your light. But either way, whether you're going to do paid strategies or organic strategies, it remains the same that you need to speak your truth because that is how your tribe will find you. That is how your tribe will find you. So here's my encouragement. This week, I would encourage you to step up the level of transparency in how you see the world. Step up the level of what it is you really want to say to your tribe, right? And get very specific. General content doesn't work. Specific content works. Okay? So do that this week. I'm not sure where that will lead you. If you do it this week and try it and you have questions, feel free to come back to this post and ask it here or private message me and ask it there. But either way, here's to you leveling up your marketing and finding and having your tribe find you. See you tomorrow for another episode of Marketing for the Rest of Us. Have a great night.